The footage used in this episode is an interview with Georgina Hook, which took place in her lounge room. ATME logo.
Hi, my name is Georgina Hook. I'm a mother, a single mother with two children, two grown children. I like spending time with my children and just catching up and chatting, going out for dinner, family events, coming together, could be at the park, could be at the beach. I love reading books, love absorbing the information, love my job, and what I do is I am a support worker for people with disabilities. I'm also teaching Auslan.
Georgina watches television.
I've got a doorbell system. So this has got several ports. One is for a very loud ringing, which I don't always hear. The second one I've got a flashing light, plus I've also got the noise combined, and that's because the two children like to hear the noise. And the third status is just a flashing light. So you can set it to the setting that you require. And that just gives me full access for the doorbell. So if somebody comes to the door, and I can take this wherever I go in the house. Tamina Kelly, she has been she was an ex-social worker, WA Deaf Society, a long, long time ago when I was just 18 years old. She was an awesome support. And then I went off to England, and then I've come back, and she is interpreting for me now. So she's excellent support, and at the same time we have a bit of a banter. And she interprets for me. So she knows me very, very well. She knows who I am, and she can match my needs. The interpreters that are coders, they've had deaf parents, they've got deaf parents, and become interpreters. I am much more comfortable with that particular type of interpreter because they have more of an understanding of the deaf culture, the deaf identity. They've been through it all their lives. They've been in the deaf community all their lives. So I feel much more comfortable using coder interpreters. Those who have not signed and then become interpreters later on, quite a few are pretty good. But if you go back to the coders, it is so much easier for them to understand what I'm saying, and I feel quite natural with their signs, and you feel a connection.
Georgina on a video call with Tamina.
With my hearing aid, Mum and Dad found out that I was deaf when I was 2, and I had 2 hearing aids and used those pretty much all my life. My left I could hear, not 100%, I had some sound, but in my right, my mum forced me to wear these hearing aids, but I had nothing coming through. So when I was 16, I removed the right and just used the left hearing aid. So I thought about, okay, maybe a cochlear. And I thought about it, and then 2017, March 2017, I thought, after 2 years of waiting and thinking about it and being on the list, I thought, yep, I'll do it. So I went and had a cochlear implant for my right. And at first I thought, oh my gosh, what have I done? Just not used to this at all. And now, after 2 years, I like it. But the left one, I can hear more environmental sound, but with the cochlear, I can hear more one-on-one. So if I took off the cochlear and just used the hearing aid, I couldn't cope. If I took off the hearing aid and just used the cochlear, I can't cope. By having the combination suits me. And I have to have both all the time. I couldn't have just one without the other because the sound, it's so unbalanced. And I'm lucky with these 2 that I have found, I now have the balance.
@chat logo. Live, play, work. Facebook, Instagram, @chat with us.